This is a short video guide to show you how to add a quiz to your learning platform. If you're on the page that you want to add the quiz to, you look at your group admin box at the right hand side and you want to go into resources. Once your resources have loaded up, the quiz can be found here. It's the little speech bubble with an A on it. If you click on that, and then you need to give your quiz a title. So I'm just going to give this quiz a little bit of a sample title so that we can find it again. I'm going to call it a times tables quiz. I can decide when I want to publish it from. I want to publish it from today, so I'm not going to change that date. But I'm going to decide I only want to publish it until next Sunday. So I'm just going to put a date in there. But I want everybody in the class to have actually finished it by Friday. You can choose whether or not you want to use AutoMark on your quiz, and you can allow your users to attempt the quiz multiple times. You can automatically add the questions to a question bank. I'm not going to today. And you can decide who can actually access this resource. So you might have a profile set that you want to add to that. So it might be a year group that you want to add, or a subgroup with year groups. Or alternatively, you might just want to give that quiz to a particular group of individuals. So I've picked some of the people who are members of this page to do the quiz. And I'll scroll down and update users. So I've set this quiz for 3 individual members. I'm going to tell them what the quiz is about, a short memory test for times tables. And a message when the quiz is being completed. I'm going to tell them well done. Once I've finished adding all that information, I'm going to add my quiz. Now this quiz hasn't got any questions yet, so I need to decide what sort of questions I want to add. I can choose if I want the question answers to be put in as text, or auto-mark text, or multiple choice, or select all correct. Or alternatively, I can select a question from the question bank. So I'm going to have auto-mark text for this, because I'm going to use numbers for my answers. So once you've got your question WYSIWYG, you simply have to type in what it is that you want to ask. So I'm just going to ask a few little times tables questions, and I'm going to put my answer in here because I want it to auto-mark. I don't need to put that in. I can put a hint in if I want to, but I don't need to. I'm going to save and add the next question. And my next question is also going to be auto-mark text. And I'm going to have 5 times 5 this time. And my answer is going to be 25. Once you've got all your questions set up, then you can decide what it is that you want to do with them. You can have a check and preview the quiz before you actually set it for anybody, or you can just go straight back to your resources. If I go back to the resources, this particular one is a quiz that I set up to share with the staff at Ashdean. So you can see here it's appearing in my resources. I can go and have a little look at this again if I need to edit it at all, and I will still get my same options up at the top. Right. If I just click back, I could also edit by clicking on this white sheet with the red pencil on, which is the universal edit sign. Once you've created a quiz, you will find that it will automatically set up a mark book for the quiz. If you go to the group admin panel on the right hand side, you will see a little heading mark book, and if you click on that, then you will see that the quiz that I've just set up here, I can go and have a little look at. So I'm just going to click on that and access the mark book for it. You'll see that it has one column already added onto this, so it might have the score on the sample quiz. I can add another column for any other information that I might want to do. So I might have a second attempt score. I can decide if I want to score it out of a mark, so I could, for example, do it a mark out of 10. I can decide whether or not I want my user to be able to see that, and I can actually add a description here if I want to do so. I'm just going to add that extra column. And once I've done that, you can see that I've got two different bits of information that are coming up. If I want to view the mark sheet, you can get to it just by clicking on this blue link up here next to the green tick. And if you click on that, then you will see that anybody who's completed your quiz, their name will appear on the left hand side underneath user and username. And you can decide whether or not to publish the results for those people. You've got the two columns here, and once your people are actually added, you will see their scores underneath. You can export any of the information to Excel, so you can order or manipulate the data that you've collected in any way that suits you as a teacher.